Hi everybody, my name is Terry Vincevinius and I am the Marketing Director and Social Media Manager here at Schmit Brothers Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. We're going to be trying a little bit something new with our website right now. Instead of focusing on service and the cars that we carry, we'd like to give out employee and customer testimonial. So if this is something that you're interested in participating in, feel free to give me an email at tvince, that's T as in Terry, V as in Victor, INCE, at schmidbros.com. My history with Schmit Brothers goes all the way back to 1985. My dad was Bill Hoffman, who was the parts manager over at the Dodge store until his death in 2015. Schmit Brothers will forever hold a special place in my heart, and I decided to start working here because of the community and the things that Mike and Jim Schmit both do for everybody, not only who works here, but who lives in our local community. So for those of you who knew Bill, you knew he was a pretty great person, and Mike and Jim Schmit treated him as such. My dad had cancer twice. He beat it at the end of 2011 after I had given birth to my first child. It came back, unfortunately, again in spring of 2014, and he passed away June 11th, 2015. And one thing I have to say is that Schmit Brothers was incredibly kind to my family and my mother during this incredibly difficult time. This is such a great story. My dad had a 30-year history here at Schmit Brothers, and when he was sick, that didn't matter to Mike and Jim Schmit. They continued to pay him as if he was here the whole time. Being a type 1 diabetic, my dad never really had good health insurance either, so it would always cost extra to insure him because he had diabetes as a child, continuing on. So when my dad got really sick, Mike and Jim Schmit offered him a better insurance policy, but it would have cost him an extra $800 a month. They gave him an $800 a month raise. My dad had surgeries, chemo, radiation, and they continued to pay him as if he had been here the whole time. And about the last 6 weeks of his life, he really couldn't come in. He was weak and frail, but that didn't matter to Mike and Jim Schmit. They continued to treat him as if he was an asset to the company. I'm telling you this story because I feel like it is really rare to hear about a local business doing something like this for one of their employees. I've also noticed over the years how they donate turkeys every year for the food pantry. They give oil changes out as fundraisers for different things throughout the community, as well as having even brewers and packers come in to sign autographs for free as a public event. So if this is something that is up your alley, I highly recommend that you buy a car from a business that not only cares about the well-being of its employees, but the local community as well. Schmit Brothers forever holds a place in my heart, and I am forever grateful for everything that they did for my family and I. And I am just one of many stories. So like I said earlier, if you have a story you'd like to share with us about Schmit Brothers, feel free to send me an email. And remember, good things happen when Schmit happens.